The City of Ember is a post-apocalyptic science fiction novel by Jeanne DuPrau that was published in 2003. Similar to Suzanne Martel's The City Underground published in 1963 and Helen Mary Hoover's This Time of Darkness published in 1980, the story is about Ember, an underground city threatened by aging infrastructure. The young protagonist, Lina Mayfleet, and her friend, Doon Harrow, follow clues left behind by the original builders of the City of Ember, to safety in the outside world. It is the first book of Ember in the eponymous series, which also includes The People of Sparks, The Prophet of Yonwood, and the final installment The Diamond of Darkhold. In 2008, the book was adapted into a film by Walden Media and Playtone. A graphic novel adaptation by comic book artist Nicholas Asker was released on September 25, 2012. Plot summary: at the beginning of the story, a coalition of architects, scientists, and doctors known as the Builders have assembled Ember, a subterranean city with supplies for its inhabitants to survive at least 200 years, to elude an impending disaster, and give the first mayor of the city a locked box, holding instructions for the city's inhabitants, to be passed down from one mayor to the next. This passage continues until the seventh mayor who, in search of a cure for the deadly cough infecting himself and his citizens, tries and fails to break it open, and dies unable to return the box to its rightful place, or inform anyone else of its importance. 241 years after the city is established, supplies are in danger of exhaustion, and the city's electric generator is in decay. At a graduation ceremony where young people are assigned their jobs, protagonist Lina Mayfleet is assigned the job of a Euro-OE pipeworks labourer, and her classmate Doon Harrow that of a Euro-OE messenger. But they immediately exchange assignments in secret. At home, Lina's sister Poppy exposes the instructions left by the Builders, but in teething, leaves them almost illegible. Later, Lina asks Doon and other friends to help her reconstruct the paper. After much trial and error, she and Doon decipher instructions from the Builders, whereby to exit the City of Ember. One morning, Lina's grandmother dies, and Lina and Poppy move in with a neighbor, Mrs. Murdo. At work, Doon discovers that the mayor and a storeroom worker named Looper have been stealing supplies, and he and Lina report the crime. Subsequently, they discover boats and candles meant for use in the exodus. On their return to Ember, they learn that the mayor has declared them fugitives from the law. Lina is arrested and taken to the mayor, who threatens to jail her. Suddenly, a blackout allows her escape. Whereupon Lina, Doon, and Poppy escape in a boat. When the boat stops, they learn the origin of Ember from a diary left by one of its initial colonists. Thereafter they are faced with a very steep climb and emerge onto the surface, where they see their city from above and realize, for the first time, that Ember is underground. They throw a rock with instructions tied to it down to the city in hope that the people of Ember will escape. The novel ends with Mrs. Murdo finding their note. Critical reception: The City of Ember was praised for its setting and main characters, Lina Mayfleet and Doon Harrow. Kirkus reviews praised the characters, finding them likable for their courage, but also for their flaws of human pride. The reviewer noted how their weaknesses often complementing each other in interesting ways. Sally Estes from Booklist commented how readers would be able to connect to Lina and Doon's courage amidst the conflicts. Robert Sutton from Hornbook magazine compared the novel to Gathering Blue by Lois Lowry, noting how the darkness of Ember is essentially literal with the generator failing and running out of power. Sutton noted how DuPrau does not explain the history of Ember all at once, which would confuse and overwhelm the reader, and instead, allows the events of the story to convey the necessary information. Lina and Doon were described as good sorts that are deeply etched. Diamond Roback from Publishers Weekly also praised the full-blooded characters as every bit as good as the plot, which would hook readers until the end. While Jones-Johns from School Library Journal found that the setting isn't as ingenious as the ones in Joan Aiken's and Lois Lowry's The Giver, he found that the characters and pace of the plot will keep readers hooked. Film adaptation. A film adaptation of the novel was produced by Walden Media and Playtone with Bill Murray as the mayor, Saoirse Ronan as Lina, and Harry Treadaway as Doon. Filming was finished in October 2007 and the film was released a year later on October 10, 2008. City of Ember was released on DVD on January 20, 2009. Awards: 2003 Child Magazine's Best Children's Book, 2003 Kirkus Editor's Choice, 2006 Mark Twain Award, 2006 William Allen White Children's Book Award, American Library Association Notable Book. References. External links: Jeanne DuPrau's website.